Fancy winning this IBANEZ completely for free? Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'll tell you exactly how you could be entered in the draw. This is a Westfield Les Paul. You have seen a Westfield on my channel already with the acoustic that we fixed up. It was like 20 odd quid or whatever it was. Westfield were a Scottish brand. Now they imported their guitars, had them factory built, I think in China for the most part. I know this one certainly was Chinese. Then they sold them and distributed them from Scotland. This particular Les Paul, I believe, is an E4500, 4500. Now I found a 20-year-old forum post where someone was talking about these back in 2006, I think it was. There was an E4000, but they had a bolt-on neck, and this one is a set neck. I was at an antiques fair last weekend with my kids. I wasn't really expecting to find any guitars. Had I known, I would have brought the camera and maybe made a full video out of it, but I was there to support my friends Gareth and Courtney with their Sinister antiques shop. They had a stall there. Check them out on Instagram, they're pretty cool. While I was there, I saw a guy selling guitars. Now, on first look, I wasn't really interested in any that he had for sale, and I walked down to the end of the room, and on my way back, there was a couple walking in with this guitar. And at first I thought they were bringing it to him to sell to him, maybe for him to resell on. It was a 2-day event. I was there on the Sunday. They had bought this on the Saturday for £200. They brought it back. They said it doesn't work. I think this switch is broken. Straight away, it piqued my interest. Now, it piqued my interest solely because of the set neck. I know there's plenty of debates out there for set neck versus bolt-on. I personally like both. However, with an old Chinese guitar like this, I always favor the set neck. I just feel like the build quality is generally better with the set neck. Now, that's just my opinion. Even the old Japanese made kind of lawsuit era guitars, I prefer a set neck one. Now, that being said, I do own bolt-on neck guitars like that. I have a Flying V I'm restoring right over there, which is the bolt-on neck. And to be honest with you, it's fantastic that that's a bolt-on neck because it's just a lot easier for me to work on removing the neck. But I would prefer that to be a set neck. I just think the whole process, the whole manufacturing process, it's generally better quality, but that's, again, just my opinion. I'm waffling now. They were returning it. Now, they did some kind of deal in the return and they swapped it for an Epiphone Les Paul. But again, it was an old kind of bolt-on neck one, so didn't really interest me. Anyway, spoke to the guy Trevor, who was running the stall, and I asked him what would he need for this here. I would take it. I didn't care about the switch. I would take it, sold as seen, no questions asked. And he told me he wanted 140. Wasn't really interested, walked away, had a look at, you know, taxidermy giraffe and all that stuff. Because I'm not buying and selling guitars, I'm kind of buying guitars at the minute with the view of content. Is there content I can get out of this? Can I make a video from this? So as I'm walking around this antiques fair, I'm thinking, well, it's the same exact finish as my Gibson Les Paul that I've only just bought. You know, at this stage, I've only owned the Gibson for like a week. What if I did a comparison video between a cheap Les Paul that's not a copy and not a counterfeit and the real deal? So because it's the kind of cherry burst red, I sort of thought, you know what, I'm going to lowball him. I went and I offered him £100 and we settled it at 120. I think for 120 it's not bad. Now you can find plenty of these selling on Reverb and eBay. If you look at the previous sold ones, they're anywhere up to like 250 that these sell for, but I couldn't find one with a set neck. All the ones I looked at had bolt-on necks. Now, if I was to value it, I would probably value this at around the £200 once it's, you know, once it's working. Obviously, I don't know the condition. In fact, I have it plugged in here, but I haven't even played it yet. This is me testing it for the very first time. Anyway, like I said, I want to do a comparison video between this and my Gibson, and it's not to say one's better than the other or whatever. It's just to show you what you can get for like 200 versus 2000, let's say, and the kind of main differences between the two of them, because I do think guitars like these are a nice alternative to buying a Gibson. So this video is just going to be me basically fixing it and getting it ready for that comparison video. Did you guys know I've started a members only section on this channel? Now, I'm not going to get into too much why I've done that. If you want to figure it out, click the join button, watch the promo video. There's no pressure. This video was meant to be a members only video, but I've given it to all the subscribers because I wanted to give away this guitar as soon as possible, and this video has been ready to go. So for all you non-members out there, it gives you a bit of a chance to see what kind of content you're going to get extra on top of the usual content. But don't worry, in terms of giveaways, there's no extra benefit to members over subscribers. If you're a subscriber, you still have the same chance as anyone else to win this guitar. Straight away you can hear the buzzing. If I touch the jack here, that goes away. So there's definite grinding issues here. I have all the volumes turned completely down, so maybe I tune it first. Hang on. Okay, that's everything turned. That's everything turned completely up. Lost it again. Well, there was something there. It's kind of like a delayed response to me putting the neck pickup on. There might maybe like there we go. That's funny, just shake the shit out of the switch and it works. And at the same time, our grinding issue has completely gone. Okay, so the volume does work. The tone does work. I'm scared to touch the switch now. I think it'll cut out if we do. Through the amp it sounds okay, but to my ears, that string sound, you know, the E string sounds really flat. Like, yeah, I think it's buzzing on something, but like only just. I noticed this neck pickup is super high up, so I think I'll check the neck relief and everything shortly, but I think if we drop this neck pickup down a little bit, that might get rid of some of that. But I mean, it's totally playable. It actually, you know, the action's really low, super low. If you watch my last video with the chibs in, the action in this is way better. Now, maybe someone set this up. Obviously, this is probably a 20-plus-year-old guitar. Someone's probably set it up at some point, once or twice. It's got super thin frets, you know, compared to the Gibson. The Gibson definitely has a thicker fret on it. It's full of grime, could do with a proper clean fretboard condition. As I said, we'll check the relief, but my initial impressions are pretty good. Now I'll switch to like a distortion tone here. The grinding issue's back with the distortion anyway. Let's try switch. I mean, there's something there, but obviously it's difficult with the broken switch to tell completely how it is, but yeah, if you want to see how this sounds, once I fix the switch, I'm going to record the Gibson video kind of later on today and do a full comparison. That should be out about a week after this one. This is what it looks like in the switch cavity. There is a kind of loose ground wire just here. That, just right here. I think that was attached to this lug. That could be what's causing a lot of our issues with the switch. However, I'm probably going to go ahead and replace the switch anyway because I should have one in my parts bin. It stands to reason that the grounding issue on the switch was what we were experiencing, given the amount of noise there was and how that went away whenever the switch started working. But trial and error, we'll get there. Old switch out. The only one I can find is this gold one that I had lying in my parts bin, but it'll do. Here's how you can win this IBANEZ RG421. All you have to do is be a subscriber to this channel and comment beneath this video. Comment anything you want, doesn't matter what it is. If you comment, you're included in the draw. Now only one comment per person counts, so I will remove the duplicates, don't worry about that. And as I said earlier, members of the channel don't get any extra benefit in competitions over subscribers. There's no bias here. Worldwide shipping is included in this. I will pay for that out of my own pocket. Now there are some terms and conditions which go along with this competition. Make sure you read them in the description below. If you're new to this channel or you haven't taken part in one of my draws before, here's a quick rundown of how they work. So you have until the end of July to enter this competition. Entries will finish once it hits midnight on the 31st of July 2025. That's UK time. After that, entries will close and any comments that are beyond that time won't count in the draw. Once the competition closes, I will create a spreadsheet of all those entries. I'll remove all the duplicates. I'll make sure everyone's subscribed. I will then jumble that spreadsheet up and all the entries will be assigned a number from 1 until however many enter. Then a couple of days later, usually I'll announce the date closer to the time. I will host a live stream where we will draw the winner live using Google's random number generator. If you've entered the draw and you're worried that you won't be able to make the live stream due to time zones or work or whatever the case may be, don't worry, you don't actually have to watch the live draw to be entered. Just do what I said, be subscribed, comment in this video. The live stream is purely for you guys so that you know that I'm not cheating you and you can see it's done completely fairly and we are truly choosing winners by random. Good luck in the competition and honestly, I can't wait to see which one of you win this guitar. There we go. All it took was a switch, like I thought, so. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to do a full test of this right now actually with the Gibson Les Paul for another video. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for being a member, and Hopefully you enjoyed this one.